What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the club. It's time for my favourite part of the show. We are going straight to the phone lines. Adam, McKola and I are going to be listening to anything that you have to say. Remember, if you ever want to get involved in this part of the show, if you want to talk to us with anything that's on your mind in a football context, just click the link in the description below and you can find out how to do it via Discord there. We're going to go straight to the phone lines now. All set, Adam?
Yeah, but I'm dreading this one. It's going to be a lot of Man United calls, I assume, coming in.
Right.
Let's go to the first caller. Who's on the line? What's your name? Who do you support?
Yes, boys, how we doing?
How we doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. Long time listener, first time caller.
Oh, I love that.
Time to get in.
Mate, great to talk to you. Where are you calling from?
Manchester.
Manchester United fan, I'm detecting from your tone.
Massive Paddock fan as well, Adam.
Oh, I love that, brother. I love that. So I assume you're a United fan then, and you're going through the pain that I'm going through right now.
It's not so much pain as it is frustration. I feel like the manager's stubbornness and unwillingness to adapt is going to cost him his job and probably cost us another season in the dumps.
What did you make of the reports this morning that Ineos and the board are standing by him? I know it doesn't really mean much. It's usually the dreaded vote of confidence. But what do you make of that?
I'd love it if Amorim turned this around. I really would. But look, I've heard, I do listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of ex-footballers, and I massively agree with the take that this squad is built for a 4-3-3. I know it's been, it's the pretty much go-to these days. But if you look at our system and how we play now, we're not getting anything out of Bruno. We may as well have sold him to Saudi, to be honest with you. Taking the money, brought someone else in to fit that role that he wants. I see a lot of confusion.
You know when you say that you would love it if he would turn it around. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. You're a Manchester United fan. Him turning it around would mean Manchester United are winning games of football. So naturally, you'd want that. Apart from what you hope here via like a lens of optimism, what do you actually think?
Just genuine opinion. Look, we've got a tough run of games coming up. We've got Liverpool, obviously got Chelsea next game. If we come out the next 3 or 4 games with no points, I think then it's probably the time to change. But look, where do we go? We how many managers have we tried? How many different play styles have we tried? They've gone all in on this guy. I like him. The atmosphere is good. The players seem to love it. We've heard a lot of their interviews and the quotes coming out saying, it's the best it's ever felt while they've been there. Great, but it's just not showing it on the pitch. We scored one outfield goal all year in the Premier League. And
I think, obviously there's a reason why, because I'm the same as you. I look at the fixtures that we've got coming up and I go, this isn't going to get any better. And then I look at...
it's not easy reading.
I start to fear for the manager, and then I do look at it and I go, well, I want him to do well, and that's because I like him. But the things that I like him for have all come off the pitch. In how he has been quite ruthless with some of the players he's wanted out, and he'll maybe help change the culture at United. How he speaks in press conferences, how he handles himself as Man United manager. But none of the things about why I like him have happened on the football pitch. And that's the most important thing. You have to get results if you want to keep your job. And there was a quote Mourinho made, and I don't like to refer to Mourinho, but he was like, if you die by your system, then I can't. It was like, it's just foolish. Like
I don't understand. I really don't understand how. And I'm not saying about you two Manchester United fans. I just mean a lot of Manchester United fans in general. They seem to be insulating Amorim from any criticism, constantly talking about the system. I don't care. And maybe I don't see football through the same lens as you. Maybe I'm a bit of a heathen or old-fashioned or what. But his responsibility is to get results. He has managed Manchester United for 31 games and he has got 31 points. That is sackable if you are the Ipswich manager. That is sackable if you are the Queen's Park Rangers manager.
There's no excuse at this point. He's had his pre-season. He's been here. It's coming up to a year now. When did he come in October?
Got a brand new front line. Can't score any goals. Can't score any goals. You've got a brand new front line.
And the big problem for us, against City at the weekend, was that Patrick Dorgu had more touches in their box than any other player for Man United. But I think Mbeumo had 8, Bruno had 0, and it's
brother. That City team is not the City team of years.
I know. We can get them.
Yesterday.
And Arsenal will beat them next week.
Yeah.
The quote, by the way, that Mourinho made was, you have those coaches who try to do things that just don't work, and because of that, they die. But they say, I died, but I died by my ideas. my friend, if you died by your ideas, you are stupid.
Yeah, he's right. Jose Mourinho is completely and utterly right. And do you know how you know it's true?
Quote.
It's such a good quote, but it's so true. Because all the managers that do die by this, they seem to be favoured. Like that idiot at Glasgow Rangers at the moment. Useless, absolute Burke. Like, I don't understand it. One of the worst managers I've ever seen in the Premier League, and people go, "Oh, but he did have a system and a philosophy." Like, shut up. The only people that I ever meet that appreciate that are people that don't actually get football.
And much similar to Russell Martin, the Rangers job is the biggest job Russell Martin will ever get.
Totally.
And Ruben Amorim
will never
this
get a
could be
better
the
job than
biggest
Man
job
United.
that
Of course
you
he
ever
won't.
get.
Of course he won't.
Unless you go away and you do really well with
Mate,
the
he's
Champions
never
League and
getting
go
a
to
bigger
Real
job than Man United.
Not happening.
I guarantee you that. Ruben Amorim will never have an opportunity
And that's
like
why
that.
I feel like, look, I'm someone that thinks he should stay by, like, you know, standing by your philosophies is quite admirable. But you can also stand by your philosophies and your style of play while changing the, like.
But
you
mate,
don't
your
have to
philosophy,
be,
your philosophy can be
but your
win.
philosophy, like,
My philosophy is to win games of football.
you know, Fergie, his philosophy was quick wingers down the wings, all that kind of stuff. But he could do that in a 4-4-2. He could do that in a 4-3-3. You can still have the philosophy,
and he could redefine players and make them better in certain situations. You know, redefining Paul Scholes from a centre forward to a at one point in his career, you know, almost a holding midfielder. That's evolution, and it's being a good manager. And this geezer, I'm just going to be totally honest with you both. He's useless. He's useless. You want it to work, and sometimes when you're both as invested as I can tell that you are through your tone, you got a dog in a fight. You can't just see it for what it is. He's shit.
31 points
Rory,
in 31
there,
games.
Honestly, I'm getting there. I'll always stand by the man. Look, I've been going to Old Trafford for 20 years now. And obviously we've, you know, been through some tough times recently, but I feel this is actually, look, under Ten Hag, it wasn't always pretty, but we won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
We had some good, there were some bad ones in there that are unforgivable, but we had some good performances. But look, some of his subs yesterday as well. Why you bring Maguire on there?
It's changing defenders for defenders when we're losing is crazy. And even I know he'll say, like, at times, you know, when a defender pushes up, we move into a back 4 and all this kind of stuff. But you've got to be able to, like, our midfield is so gettable. And all right, we haven't got the personnel to play the midfield that we want to play. So change it then to something that fits the personnel that you have. So
who's the best player in your squad? Probably Bruno Fernandes. Why are you playing a system that nullifies him? Who's the second best player in your squad? Certainly off the back of what happened last season. Probably that Amad Diallo. Okay, why are you playing a system where he's playing wing back, having to learn nothing makes sense.
Midfield of Casemiro, Mainu, and Bruno is quite formidable.
You got Maino sitting on a bench watching Ugarte play football.
I think that would help Ugarte as well. Yeah. You know, playing in a 4-3-3, it'd help him a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. But mate, this has been a great call, great start to the show.
Yeah, no,
thank you so much, mate. Please call back. Yeah,
absolutely will. Whether it's good or bad, I'll call back. Boys.
I think it will be bad, and we look forward to it.
If you see me at Old Trafford, stop by and say hello as well. Be good to meet you.
I will do, brother.
Nice one, bro. Take care. Have a good day. Right then, next caller, Jono, the Arsenal fan. Jono, what you saying? How you doing? How you feeling?
Adam, Rory, nice to be.
Can you hear the smile in his?
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Buvey's here as well.
Yeah, no hello for me, mate. Morning to you as well, John.
You got the Holy Trinity.
Morning, chaps. Huge fan of the club. So
thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
No, mate, welcome. Is this your first time calling in then?
It is indeed. Hopefully it's not my last.
You've picked your moment, I can tell.
We'll decide whether it's your last or not.
Yeah. Let's see.
Jono, what do you want to talk about? I heard it's a gentleman called Madueke who used to play for Chelsea.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. So you know, it might be a little bit early, right? But my hot take is that Noni Madueke is going to be the signing of the summer, right? Now, there's some secondary points that I wanted to highlight as well around, you know, Arsenal's depth and all that kind of stuff. But initially, that's where I wanted to start. I think initially, when we obviously heard about Noni Madueke kind of joining Arsenal, we had the same sentiment that we always have, which is, you know, basically making Chelsea a better squad, right?
There was a hashtag, wasn't it? No to Madueke that Arsenal fans were using.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I signed that at some point.
I like the honesty though.
Well, look, I think that's what you need. As football fans, I think that's what we need to do, right? And I've got so much praise, not to just how he even played on Saturday. I think his attitude and his general just demeanor, right? I'm not too sure if you guys saw, but on BT Sport or TNT, Martin Keown asked him a question around whether he was too selfish, and the way he handled that question was second to none, right? He's handling the critics really, really well. He's just keeping his head down.
What did he say? How did he handle it?
So I think Martin Keown was like, oh, initially I was a little bit skeptical about you joining Arsenal. You've got a tendency of being selfish. And Madueke kind of just went, look, like I need that kind of energy, right, in terms of my football to, like, I've still got an element of that, right,
Yeah.
where
all wingers do that.
Wingers
right?
are selfish by nature.
Yeah.
No, they have to be. But the way he answered it, I think, was great. His recent performances with England as well. Being the understudy to Saka can be difficult, but that's going to bode well for England and Arsenal.
It was interesting to see, like, I know Declan Rice didn't play the game the other day, and he wasn't injured, right? So it's interesting to see, because Arteta has been criticised a lot for, kind of causing injuries to players. You see Saka obviously picking up a few injuries here and there, and it's kind of players well, you're not resting him, so it's your fault, Arteta. But it was interesting to see Declan Rice got rested. You played a different midfield, you still get through the game. I think that bodes well for your season. And obviously adding players like Madueke as depth obviously helped massively as well. There's been some suggestions that he could play on the right and it could push Saka to the left. Do you agree with that or no?
No, I don't agree. I don't know where you've seen that. But
I think I've seen someone suggesting it because Martinelli obviously isn't good enough, right?
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
It was Gary Neville on the overlap saying
Was
it
it
for
Gary
Ian
Neville?
Wright, yeah. So I've seen it on the overlap, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
so I think there were kind of suggestion that because Madueke can play from the right and Saka's played on the left before, that they could maybe do that. But then do you worry about what you'd lose from Saka?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Saka is still our star boy, right? Like he's
You're going to be calling him star boy when he's 35, ain't you?
Mate, I'm going to be calling him star
Granddad.
Unk, mate. I'm going to be calling him star Unk. We're going to give Madueke the star boy soon, right? He's becoming a proper fan favorite over here. But I don't think we should move Saka at all. He's one of the best right wingers in arguably in the world, but definitely in the Prem after Salah. I personally think so. Moving him over to the left because Noni's more comfortable on the right just makes no tactical sense whatsoever. Use Madueke as like a second like a second win.
I agree with you so far, Jono. Right, and practically everything you've said, in fact. But your initial take here is that Madueke is going to be the signing of the summer. I think you could almost argue that as good as he was the other day, he was still not the best new signing on the day.
Who was?
Yeah,
Zubimendi.
The centre back as well was better. Mascara.
Totally agree. And look, got to give Zubimendi his praises. Getting the 2 goals as well on the Saturday was great. And I think Mascara, he slotted in really, really well. He's got big boots to fill after Saliba. So
cheap,
totally
you got him
agree.
for as well.
Yeah, no, 15 mil. That's a proper steal. However, I think with Arsenal, the biggest thing that we've been missing is that kind of like creative spark and people that are going to go at defenders, right? Like Mosquera's obviously slotted in for Saliba and he's doing a job. Zubimendi's basically taken on after Partey, right, and is doing a better job, right, and he's breaking the lines a lot better. However, Noni's giving us that edge that we've been missing, I think personally. And like when you compare the fee for the likes of, like, I know Florian Wirtz is a 10, right? But Florian Wirtz hasn't had the best season so far, right? Like he's looking very expensive for 100 mil. And if you compare, Noni to, let's say, for example, Kudus, right? Kudus has been playing all right. I think he got an assist on the weekend, but
the reason it's all slightly unfair. The reason it's a slightly unfair comparison is because Wirtz has played 4 games in English football, whereas Madueke's obviously had grounding in England since his Tottenham days.
Yeah, it's who would be the major competition for signing of the summer? Do we feel?
He's not even Arsenal signing of the summer. Mascara's way better in my opinion.
I think Eze as well.
Do you know what's interesting? John, can I ask you your take on this then? From what's going on here, you've heard Buvey's assertion there about Mascara. I brought up Zubimendi and Adam agreed. You're saying Madueke. What's very interesting here is three different opinions out of four of us. We've all said that a different signing for Arsenal is the best signing, which effectively means that you have to win the league, that you've got new signings that have come in. They've all been the star by some definition. The reason that Arsenal didn't win the league last year was because you didn't have a goal scorer, you got one. You didn't have enough creativity. You got Eze and Madueke. You didn't have enough defensive cover for Saliba. You heard Buvey's thoughts on Mascara. What does this all mean?
Look, I knew it was going to come to this, right? You know, I don't want to get too excited just yet, but you know, the telltale signs at the moment are saying, look, we've got a chance here, right? Our depth is in the right place, right? And I was even comparing our depth to Liverpool, right? Because they're our major competition, and I personally don't think that Liverpool have that depth and firepower that they used to have, right? I know Isak is yet to play and join the squad fully, but I just don't. I think they've lost something in their team, and I don't know what.
What have they lost? They've just signed the best striker in European football for some people. What have they lost? Ekitike's very good as well, I'd say.
Yeah, but
what have they lost?
But I think depth in the wide areas, maybe.
Yeah, but then, like, I don't know about you, but watching the game yesterday, it seemed pretty flat, right? Like,
it's Burnley. Like, you're not going to beat Burnley 5-0 every single week. Like, you take the 1-0s all day long. Like, City aren't going to get that kind of result away from home necessarily in the same way. It was a classic performance.
It's a result of champions.
It's a Sir Alex Ferguson result. It's a
I don't
prime
think it was
Guardiola
a
result.
Performance, but what it was a result where you go, they're not losing games.
They're not playing well.
You look at the goals, the timing of all their goals as well. It's like 90 minutes,
83 minutes is the earliest they've hit a winner. 83 minutes the earliest.
But then there is that
was against Arsenal.
I suppose there's a side of the coin where you go, that can't last forever, right?
Doesn't have to last forever because they're going to get better. They're going to bring Isak in. Ekitike is going to get more familiar with it. Wirtz is going to get more familiar with it. And they've already played Arsenal, so they got that one out of the way. They've already been to St James's Park, which for them in those circumstances, that should have been a loss.
Yeah, early season.
That should have been a loss, and they got a win, let alone a draw. I don't see a way that you can be better than them, Jono. Are we wrong?
I personally look at Liverpool as our major threat, right? Like I think you could probably
the champions. That's good of you.
Do they look at you as a major threat? That's the question.
No, we know what you look at them as. They're the reigning holders. How do they see you?
Start off with Noni Madueke chat. Now we're talking about this.
I love it. I do.
Not want to
I love that.
20
I do
years.
extend a courtesy to Liverpool where I see them as a bit of a threat. Yeah, mate, they're the champions and they're top of the league. Of course,
they're miles better than Arsenal.
Not to defend Arsenal though, but
look,
they would only look at Arsenal as their threat.
I don't want to be caught in 4K saying that we're going to win the league and we don't. Right?
Do it.
Like,
4K is 1080p.
We've been 1080p. I think 4K is better though. No, but I personally don't want to get caught out in saying that. I am very excited this season. I think we've got the depth. We've definitely filled in the gaps that we didn't have last season, but. You know, you're not going to catch me saying that.
You're a million miles away, bro. Just say it as it is. You're a million miles away from Liverpool. You haven't got no mentality either.
Look, we're definitely going to come above City. That's for sure.
Well, that's a big achievement. Coming second again, 4 years in a row. Wow, man.
Jono, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Yeah, I'm looking at him. You can't see him now, but I can tell you. He's rattled, all right.
Start with Madueke. Now we're talking about Arsenal winning the title against Liverpool.
They've got more chance than you, innit? And I think they are Liverpool's main threat.
I think City finished above Arsenal. Bookmark that.
Yeah, see, he said it with his chest. You're scared to say it in 1080p, Jono.
Yeah, guys, come on. Look,
mate, it's been a great call, man.
Jono, thanks very much.
Thank you, Jono.
Thank you, man. Call back when Madueke has a stinker.
He don't even start for them, does he? When everyone's fit. Champions League semi-final. Madueke doesn't start for them.
Unless
no one starts for them in the Champions League final.
But Eze on the left.
Sol Campbell, right? Sol Campbell, Jens Lehmann. No, unless Madueke, and I'm not saying he's done this yet, but unless Madueke can make himself indispensable, which means Arteta has to.
But no one ever plays every game, right? And
No, but
so he's going to still play 30, 40 games.
But does he start in an
40?
FA Cup final? Does he start in the Champions League semi-final? He doesn't start.
That's become an FA Cup final now.
No, but FA Cup final is a big moment.
Hang on, you can do it really easy. Does he start at the Etihad, Madueke?
If everyone's fit.
But that's the thing. They don't always have everyone fit.
No, I know, but
if everyone's fit.
Mate,
Play
this
the
is a
game.
really normal
Have a laugh.
hypothetical,
Have a
isn't it?
laugh.
Yeah, let's go back to the
I don't
phone
think
lines
so.
while Adam
Eze on the
plays
left.
this really pedantic card. Right,
We got
who's
Dyer's
next?
on the line. We spoke to
Hello,
Dyer's
guys.
before, haven't
Hello,
we?
hello.
Yeah, how are you,
Real
mate?
Madrid fan.
Amazing
Regular
as
caller.
always.
Amazing as always.
Thank you. What do you
Yes.
want to speak about today, Dyer's?
Okay, I told the guy, and he said, "Oh my God, this is hot take." So it's gonna be a hot take this time.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
And
go.
We
hopefully
heard.
I
See,
don't
we
get-
heard our.
We
producer
heard
go,
Alva go
"Woo!"
mad for that, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Hopefully, I don't get roasted in the comments. Like
You'll
the
get roasted
previous
in the
two times.
comments.
Oh, I know.
Like
I'm
previous
seeing
weeks.
what. Okay. This is interesting.
Right,
now.
let's go.
This is juicy. Come on, come on, baby.
Gareth Bale is better than Neymar.
Oh no, he's
Agree.
not.
Agree.
No,
Spot
he's
on.
not.
Yes.
No, he's
Yes.
not.
Thank you, Buvey.
Yes.
Thank you,
No, he's
Buvey.
not.
Yep.
Dyer's.
Spot
Okay, Dyers, do you want to know the truth?
Yeah, tell me.
Ryan Giggs is better than both of them.
on. Giggs is nowhere near Neymar, let alone Bale.
Do you not think?
Calm down, Rory, please.
Giggs is the greatest Welsh player of all time. But in this particular debate, Bale and Neymar, I'm on the side of Neymar.
Well, let's hear your thoughts. What? Explain your rationale for us, Dyers.
Okay, number one, Bale, insane impact. Not only in the bicycle kick season, but in the 2014 season, and his prime was the 2016 season, which people don't know about. And when people say Neymar is better, they always bring up the stats. But Neymar has like almost 1/3 of his goals are in Brazil, and Bale, trust me, better impact.
It's hard to argue with the impact simply because of the memorable goals from Bale. I can't.
I disagree.
No, but if you say most memorable Bale goal, you're like bicycle kick in a Champions
Yeah.
League final, possibly the greatest
Yeah.
Champions League. It's hard to argue with that. And if I were to ask you, Neymar lovers, what's Neymar's greatest goal?
No, because he's got loads of great.
No,
goals,
of
but
course.
it's about
No,
how
play
he
the
makes
game,
you
play the
feel
game.
as
No,
well.
but
isn't
what
it?
is his
This
most
is just
It's about
for the
how
year.
he makes you
Because
feel.
if it's Wayne Rooney, you say the bicycle kick or whatever, or the lob or whatever, what is Neymar's most iconic goal? Out of interest.
Off the top of my head, I probably don't know his most iconic, but he's got loads of great goals.
No, of course.
And
yeah.
if you remember the remontada that they did against PSG, I think he scored an iconic goal in that, to be honest. But if you remember that was all about him. It was all about him, and Messi was in the team and all that kind of stuff. But Neymar was the fucking boy that year. Like he's such a good player. And I agree with you guys. I don't always like talking about stats, although stats can be important sometimes when you're comparing two iconic players, which both of these players are. But it's about how they make you feel as well when you're watching football. And for me, Neymar's the type of players that Neymar is, we're never going to see again. He's the last of a dying breed.
I get that.
We're always going to see push and run wingers like Gareth Bale. He wasn't just that.
More than push.
It wasn't just that, but
run.
it was a lot about that.
He was doing things that from either side of the pitch, scoring 30 yards.
Neymar done
screamers.
things that
He
footballers
beat
could only
six-
dream of.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think Bale's a better finisher than Neymar. He had more physicality, more pace, and Neymar had more skills. It's whatever you prefer as a footballer. Prime Bale's better than Prime Neymar, in my opinion.
Nah, not a chance.
100%.
Not a chance.
I think he improves that Barcelona side. He wasn't even the number one with Messi, Suarez. Suarez is better than Neymar. So Neymar's nowhere near. He's one of the most overrated footballers
Bale
of the
doesn't
generation.
get into Messi, Suarez,
Neymar's
Neymar.
nowhere near Ronaldinho, let alone any other Brazilian player. He's the best player
That's an
of a
interesting-
generation.
Bale
You know-
doesn't. Bale doesn't get into Messi, Suarez, Neymar. Sorry, he doesn't get into that.
I think he does on the left.
Not a chance.
I think he does.
In
over
place
Neymar.
of
On the left,
Neymar.
where Messi?
Over Neymar.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
Messi's on the right or down the middle. Suarez is down the middle or on the right, and Neymar's on the left.
And what
I'd swap in Bale.
And
Bale doesn't get
what about
sent.
if the situations were reversed? What about if it's a good game when Bale was at his Real Madrid best? If Neymar was available to the manager,
I wouldn't start Neymar over that Bale. No way.
No?
No way. You try and get both of them. Obviously, it's an
I think
arbitrary
it's a bit
discussion.
of British bias as well because what we've seen
It's not
of
British.
Bale.
It's not British. I'd
No.
say
Bale is British.
I'd say no, but it's not a British bias. I don't care
And
about
we've
the
seen him
wealth.
in the
yeah,
Premier League.
I'm
and
English.
stuff.
I'm English. I
don't care
wouldn't
about
be
that.
biased.
It's not a British bias. If it's prime Ronaldinho, he's better than prime Bale. So that's why I just don't rate Neymar that much. He's nowhere near in the all-time Brazil 11. People put him.
Oh my God,
He's nowhere near.
Do you know
Buvey,
Over
calm
who?
down,
What?
please.
Ronaldo, Ronaldinho,
I
and
don't know if he
Pele.
is in Adam, that's a good chat. It's almost a separate video. Dyers, let's know
Depends
your
how
thoughts
far
on
back
this as
you're
well.
gonna go as well,
If you
doesn't
did
it?
an all-time Welsh 11, obviously Bale's in it. If you did an all-time Brazil 11, I know it's a different
He's not in
game.
it.
You know,
I
he
don't-
scored more goals for Brazil than Pele.
He's not better than
But
Pele,
do you
is he?
think he's
Pele.
in it? Do you think he's in an all-time 11?
Well, no, but they've got some of the greatest players that have ever played.
Is Neymar?
He'd be in Wales' all-time 11, wouldn't he?
Is Neymar? Is
Joe Allen.
Neymar? Is Neymar a top 10 Brazilian footballer of
I
all
think
time?
so, yes.
Is he?
No way.
Yeah.
Do you think he's
He's
top 10?
behind. He's behind all.
He's
all
behind
of them.
Pele, he's behind
R9,
Ronaldo.
Do you think-
Romario,
who do you think's better?
Rivaldo.
So what about okay? Let's play a game.
Pele,
Ronaldinho,
Ronaldo.
Buvey, Ronaldinho or Neymar?
I think
Oh,
Neymar,
Ronaldinho 10 times.
Ronaldinho or Neymar?
Ronaldinho.
Yeah, I agree. What do you
Guys.
think, Diaz?
But then what
Ronaldinho or
about this
Neymar?
one?
Guys, I'm against Neymar here, but I pick Neymar over Ronaldinho. So
So, come on, you're complicating
You know
it
what
now.
it is? In terms of longevity, it is Neymar. But you know, in terms of that
Prime
2-3 year, again, it's how he makes you feel, man.
Where's Neymar's best season? Paris Saint-Germain or
MSN.
Barcelona? Barcelona.
So he won a treble.
But his best performances
He won a
came.
treble, yeah, that season.
He was
that
also,
season.
and people criticise him
He's
for
good
the
at
Brazil
PSG
thing.
as well.
Yeah, of course.
He was
Good at PSG.
carrying a shocking Brazil team.
You know, I was at a game.
So-
I
so
saw
was
him
Gareth
score at the World
A
Cup.
shocking Welsh side.
I saw him score against Croatia in Qatar. He scored a good goal, actually. He scored a very. In fact,
Neymar-
that's what I
Neymar's
should have
amazing.
said.
You know
for
what
most
Bale's
iconic goal.
achieved? What Bale achieved for Wales is better than what Neymar did for Brazil because he carried Wales into a tournament when they hadn't been there for 75 years.
And got to a
actually-
semi-final.
It's actually a harder
Did he take
achievement
him
than
to
what
a
Bale did for
semi-final?
Wales.
They were in
100%.
the semi-final, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of the Euros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's harder than what
The
Neymar
Euros.
achieved.
There's 3 million of them.
That is
Of the
hard.
Euros.
Yeah, but mate,
2016.
there's 3 million
That
of
was
them.
the Euros, though, man. It's like
Okay.
sometime Peru must have made a
Mate,
semi-final.
England never made the Euros in my
Libertadores.
lifetime before the last Euros to
Yeah.
get to a semi, but since 96.
Yeah, but they
98.
would have in that period because everyone was
The
in
Euros
the
is a better tournament than the South American
No,
one.
it's
Copa
not.
America.
Nah,
Of
it's
course
not.
it is.
It's not.
The
I think
Dutch,
the Euros
the
is.
Spanish, the Italians, the Germans,
Copa
the French.
Libertadores is so fiercely fought. You know how
No,
mental
the
that is.
standards-
No,
the standards
England
aren't the
would,
same.
England wouldn't survive.
No,
in
mate,
that.
the Copa
standard's not the same.
America is generally won by Argentina or Brazil. The Euro,
Chile had a mad run where they kept
didn't-
winning.
Are
Look
Chile
at-
better
look
than
at-
Germany?
No, but
Germany,
Germany, France, Italy,
Spain,
yeah.
the Dutch. What Bale did for Wales is staggering
I'd
achievement.
go as far
and
as
then
to
the
say-
World Cup they got to. The World Cup, Wales. What are they doing in the World Cup?
I mean, everyone was in that World Cup. I'd go as far as to say Neymar's one of the most underrated players ever.
or overrated, it
I
seems
think
to
he's
be.
overrated.
He's not overrated.
So overrated.
If people are saying top 10 Brazilians of all time, I think he's overrated. If people,
I think he's in there. But obviously, I haven't seen the likes of Garincha and
Yeah.
you know all these. I can speak about what Pele's done because you know
Yeah,
it's all we
yeah.
ever hear about. But I can't speak about the likes.
yeah,
of
it's hard
those
for
kind
us.
of
Yeah,
players,
yeah.
you know what
Carlos
I mean?
Alberto and all that.
Modern
Yeah,
era,
yeah,
I think he's definitely probably top 5.
yeah. What do you think from what you've heard so far, Diaz?
I think I am correct.
I think you're correct. And I like the attitude,
Spot
mate.
on, Diaz.
I like the
Thank you.
attitude. Well played,
Thank
sir. You got a call back. I love that. That's how I should end sentences. I think I'm correct.
Rodrigo as well. Rodrigo is the most overrated of all people.
Yeah, you said that.
You were
last week.
slagging him last week while you were eating your burger.
Why you hate him? Every time you have a hamburger, you talk about this guy.
Trust me. No goals ever. People say, "Oh my God, he scored 2 goals 5 years ago. He's the best." No, he's not.
Fair.
Thank you very much for your call, mate. That was a really good topic.
Thank you.
It was, but I was right.
I don't know, mate. Don't know.
Should we go back to the phone lines and see who's next? Right.
Just like this. This is after the fact, right?
Don't read
One
out
of them-
stats, please.
No, but we're going to
Can you
read
just
out
do
the
it?
stuff.
But you can't even name a goal without the stats. Name his
Mate, it
best goal.
doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is Neymar's better than Gareth Bale.
No way.
It's true.
Plus, he did it in the Premier League, Bale.
I don't care.
Why not? You're a Premier League fan.
So what? Doing it in La
I'm
Liga
not
is still
the guy that
great.
brought up that take, but Bale has 5 Champions Leagues and Neymar has 1.
That's a good shout. There we go.
Yeah, but
This caller's on it as well.
Gareth Bale was
Gosh.
important for how many of those? 1?
No, he's important for 3 or
He
4.
was
No.
extremely important for
Definitely
3 of
2.
those.
Yeah, at least
Definitely
2.
two.
He got 3 goals
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
not-
final.
2 in finals. 2 goals.
Also played for Real Madrid, he was different in the Champions League.
What about Barcelona in the final?
Barcelona until
Neymar got
recently.
1 Champions League.
Barcelona
like
had 0
2015, I think it
until
was.
One.
like the 90s. Was it 1 till the
90s,
90s? Next up, we got Craig on the line, Chelsea fan. Craig, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks, guys. I gave you guys the voice recording call in last week, but now this week I want to talk about Chelsea's squad depth. I think Chelsea are doing great now with the way that they're up front, scoring lots of goals. But I am nervous with the Liam Delap injury, and if we get 1 or 2 more injuries, that we're not going to be able to perform to this level going forward in the season with regards to Champions League games and going deep within the domestic competitions.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I completely agree. We have a major issue with regard to our squad depth. Of
Which
course
is
we do.
crazy because you've signed like 1,000 players.
Signed loads of players, spent loads of money. But I keep saying this. We're not trying to build a squad to compete. Do you know a great example to prove that we're not? Whatever you think of Noni Madueke, and Chelsea fans weren't particularly enamoured by him, but you know, if you're going to sell Madueke, if you want to win the league, you sell Madueke and you buy Eze. That's how you get better.
100%.
What Chelsea do is we sell Madueke and we buy Gittins. Clearly,
I mean, I'm happy with the Garnacho purchase, but we should have got like Simmons instead of Gittins if we were planning to buy Garnacho, because
yeah, I mean, we're buying Garnacho, but you can't. If your gripe, Craig, is squad depth, which mine is as well. But if your gripe is squad depth, you just can't be happy with the Garnacho signing, because the Garnacho signing, you think about the timing of it and you think about the money that was spent. Think about exactly when it happened. It happened after Levi Colwill was injured. It happened just before the start of the season, and we knew that we needed a keeper, and we knew that we needed centre halves. And when we had a desperate situation for centre halves, with Colwill injured, Fofana perennially injured and not very good really, we went and we bought Garnacho. How is that good for squad depth? We have players that can play where Garnacho plays. We still have Robert Sanchez in goal and no cover at centre half.
yeah, we have an amazing ability to not purchase goalkeepers.
I mean, I just don't get it. And all it means
Donnarumma was right there.
Yeah,
Man.
did you watch the
seemed
Manchester
he was gonna
derby
go
and
to
think,
Chelsea.
Mate,
what are we doing?
Do you know what? If Chelsea had done this, and it would have been really easy to do, and it would have only cost about 60 million quid, which for Chelsea is changed down the back of the sofa. Just before the season started, you go and you buy Mark Gahey and Donnarumma, and it costs you 70 million quid. Suddenly Chelsea are in the title race.
100%.
Yeah,
You
that's the signings that I was hoping would have happened. More Gahey than Donnarumma, but Gahey and a £30 million keeper.
And they're young.
Yeah.
It's not like I get Donnarumma if he's 30. It's not the Chelsea system. I get it, but these guys are in their mid-20s.
No, but
if that's not young, then what is? We're all
that's
fucked,
not.
aren't we?
No, that's not young. That's incredibly old. If you're looking at it through the Chelsea model, it's
But then
ludicrous.
how old is Sanchez? He must be 27 or something, 28.
That's young for a keeper, though.
Yeah, but Donnarumma's younger. So if this is the Chelsea model,
but
why not? You can get a younger keeper in. He's the best shot stopper in the world.
No, the Clear Lake have signed old
Sanchez is
players. There's a new
27,
strategy. Like
older
Clear
than
Lake signed
Donnarumma.
Koulibaly.
Yeah.
So
Also, I
they
think-
will sign old players,
think
but that was
Donnarumma's-
then.
Donnarumma's wages as well. I think Chelsea would give
400 grand a
longer
week.
deals with
Mate, I saw
smaller wages.
500.
I saw. Was it really?
Mate.
When I heard
Pulling your
400, I was
pants down.
shocked.
Mate, that should
That's
be
crazy.
that should be
500 grand a
Erling
week.
Haaland money, or
I think it probably is.
It
no, but
already is.
you know what I mean. Like it shouldn't be a goalkeeper.
But I
money.
guess on some level, he's best keeper in the world, arguably. Therefore, of course, he's on 500 grand a week. Maybe that's
it's crazy.
There's no
It's
fee
like
as
when
well,
we were
like, there's a
David De
small
Gea
fee.
was our highest paid player. It's like
Yeah.
goalkeeper should never be your highest paid player.
What do you think will happen then? What's the sick, Craig? What do you think for our season?
I think we're going to do well. I do think we're going to go quite deep within the competitions. I think we're definitely going to make it out of the league, what used to be the group stage for the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I can see us going and picking up a cup.
I mean, I hope you are correct. Mate, great to talk to you, Craig. Thank you so much.
Craig.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Is that a concern that you have, Raw?
Not really, because I don't think for our aspirations, and it's a horrible feeling as a fan, particularly as a fan my age who's seen Chelsea go for the jugular of every title that we could possibly win. We're not doing that now. We are perfectly suited and perfectly capable of doing what our objective is, and our objective is to finish in the top four and maybe do well in cup competition. We're capable of that, but we can't win the league. Which is
Brentford
horrible.
was so disappointing, wasn't it?
Mate, Brentford,
They would have gone top
Palace.
of the league.
You think how lucky we were against
Not
Fulham?
momentarily.
Think how lucky we were against Fulham? Like Brentford and Palace and Fulham. Like
It's not enough, is
but
it?
we haven't played anyone who finished in the top 10 last year.
Maybe you're a cup side.
Maybe we are.
That's
I've
not
been
enough.
hoping
Like
for Chelsea.
1997 all over again.
Next up, we got Jorge, or is it George?
That's Jorge.
Jorge.
Mendes.
All right, Jorge.
How are you, Jorge?
I'm doing well. Sunny Miami morning. How are
Hey.
You're in Miami.
Hey.
Dancing in the
Yeah.
city when the heat is on.
I'm gonna be there.
Dolphins.
soon.
Yes.
All
wait.
night on the beach till the break of dawn, eh?
Jorge, what did you want to discuss today?
So, I wanted to discuss, as a Liverpool fan, a bit of the personnel and what your guys' take on how we will line up for the majority of big games going forward is, because we brought in £100+ million striker and number 10. but I can't help but feel like two of the guys that we have in the squad right now, and Ekitike and especially Soboslai, I don't see how you bench either of those guys with how they're currently playing. I think both of them have proved that they deserve to be on the pitch. But at the same time, I think that Wirtz and Isak bring a sort of quality that you just can't have on the bench.
I don't think they will be.
Coming from years past, we've had the opposite issue. So I'm certainly not complaining. But now that the shoe's on this foot, it's...
You drop Wirtz, that's the easy one. You drop Wirtz, as simple as that.
Yeah,
when everyone's fit.
But I think
at his current level.
Wait, is it not this? Do they not all play? Is this not the way that it works when you play a massive game? You do it in a 4-2-3-1, and you have the three, so Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah, behind Isak. 4-2,
so no Gakpo.
2 in the middle, no Gakpo. 2 in the middle would be perhaps Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, perhaps McAllister and Gravenberch. 2 in the middle, 3 in the line, Isak up front.
But
just employ me, Anna.
Yeah,
I don't know about Wirtz.
I think it's just so much rotation throughout a season that you're never really going to see. It's going to be fine. Like you've got Athletic. Is Liverpool got a Champions League game this week, and then they got a big game at the weekend. Like if you're playing in one of them and not the other, most players are going to be okay with that because it's a squad game.
Yeah, but there'll also be a first team. There will be like your first.
I think
11.
Isak and Salah are the only certs in that front four.
Yeah,
and then the others will float in and out.
Yeah.
Maybe Hakpo will come in and out and all that kind of stuff.
If it's a complete meritocracy, Dominic Szoboszlai has made himself undroppable.
He's so good, mate.
He's made himself totally undroppable.
Good.
I thought Gravenberch was excellent against Burnley as well. But
Gravenberch is excellent.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Was it him that just flicked the ball over that geezer's head? Like really, it's just the ball just come to him. Just went dink and it just went over him. It's like, oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, I think Soboslai's performances the last 3 games playing in at right back and just I don't see how you drop him now. And then for me, McAllister and Gravenberch have been such a great partnership. I don't see how either of those guys can get dropped as well.
Is that concerning to you that you've spent big money on a right back and your midfield is playing right back?
It's certainly a question because when we brought in Frimpong, and he wasn't the most expensive transfer. I think he was 30 million.
Yeah.
But I still want someone like that in the squad. But then, I mean, I can't, I'm not complaining just because of the fact that Soboslai's playing there. He's playing so well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that that's a long-term solution. I think that with Connor Bradley and Jeremy Frimpong having a bit of knocks in the last couple of weeks and maybe not training as much, it's an easy choice for Slot. But I tend to agree with Rory that Arnie is a master in tactics. So I'm not worried per se about the personnel issues that I've voiced. Right. But I am very curious to see what the big man does.
It's a great problem to have. I know it's a cliche, but
it's like my wallet's too small for my 50s, isn't it?
Yeah.
You still make those 50s?
Yeah.
You got plenty of them as well. Don't you try that, mate.
Ones, no paper ones anymore.
Charles is on them.
Thank you very much, Jorge. Great to talk to you. Give us a call back. I love this section, the call-in show. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in, and obviously a huge thank you to Sky Bet who've partnered with us for this segment. Really, really do appreciate it. Click the link in the description below. You will find our Discord link, and we could be speaking to you next week.